Hey Deidaa, you know what? Something big has happened, and some of you have already noticed, and you have sent good wishes and congratulatory messages to me. Thank you so much. So what has happened is that Deidaa has been shortlisted as a finalist in the Sustainability Champion of the Year category at the National Retail Awards. How good is that? So, some of you might not know what's the National Retail Awards. So, because I understand that quite a few of you actually tune in from different parts of the world. So, we have Deidaa members all over the world. And some of you are listening in from places like Cambodia or parts of the US, Canada. So, a big welcome to you all. And I might as well explain to you, tell you a little bit about National Retail Awards. So, these awards are organized every year by the National Retail Association. So, National Retail Association, what is it? So it's an apex industry body. It's a not-for-profit organization, and I'm quoting here, a not-for-profit or a non-profit organization that represents the interests of retailers across Australia. So it's retail and food also. So it's a prestigious and respected organization, and every year they run these awards. So this year, it warms the cockles of my heart to mention that Deidaa has been shortlisted as a finalist in the Sustainability Champion category. You know, in 2020, when this whole COVID thing happened, we all know and we have all experienced and still experiencing. So we were poised, we were on the brink of a very successful year because there were lots of inquiries, lots of expected orders that could have come through. But then suddenly this happened, and it, like so many others, we had to stop in our tracks. So this situation, the circumstances put a spanner in what we were doing. So, what choice did we have? The one thing we could do is that we could sit and binge, cry over spilt milk or milk that we had not spilt, but which had, which was spilt anyway. So, we could sit and binge, or we could adapt to the situation. I have been in business since a long time, and one thing about business, I always quote that movie Founder. If you are in business, you have to pivot and you have to persevere. These things happen, these kind of circumstances arise from time to time. So we decided that, when the sea is rough, the fisherman doesn't go to the sea, but he doesn't sit idle. He is at home mending his nets. So we decided to mend our nets. So we had to pivot and we tweaked our product profile. First of all, we gave you a range of products that you might require in lockdown. Since you were at home, you would require more home products. We upscaled our kids apron range, which was anyway very popular. So we did all of that so that we could keep your children engaged, first of all, and then we could give you something to do when locked down. Now, the second thing we did, and since we were getting lots of questions about organic textiles, ethical production, sustainability, what is sustainability? Everyone's confused. So we decided to launch Learn with Samita, which is Deidaa's YouTube channel. And we decided that we would disseminate information. So we will decode all of this. What is sustainability? How do you distinguish between organic textiles and non-organic textiles? Toxic textiles, toxin-free textiles, ethical production, non-ethical production. So we decided to take you through all of that so that I wanted to give my clients, give my audience all of this information empower you, give you that knowledge so you could make an informed choice, because so that you wouldn't fall victim to things like greenwashing. And it happens with everything that becomes popular, anything that becomes popular. So sustainability has become fashionable, as I mentioned, and so everyone's jumped onto the bandwagon. So I decided the only way I could combat all of this, as you know, I have been with artisans and weavers and eco products since a very long time, even when sustainability was not fashionable. So I decided the only way I could combat all of this was to educate or enlighten, inform my audience, people who were following me, who were listening to me, and I decided to float that YouTube channel. And thanks to your support, it's growing, and we are trying to give you new content as much as we can, in spite of all the encumbrances. So we are interviewing eco businesses. We had the eco florist, very popular eco florist last week, wellness experts, actual stay at home moms. We are trying to highlight, cover little known art galleries for you, going into regional Victoria, regional towns. We are talking about eco textiles, organic textiles. In one of the videos that's coming up, I'll actually take you through different kinds of crafts. So people say, Samita, you always talk about art and crafts. Show us some crafts. So that's what we would do. That's coming up. So we have been doing all of these things, and we've been fairly busy, so lockdown, etc., notwithstanding. So that's how we have adapted to a situation. So and it we kind of feel validated when we got this thumbs up, we got this pat on the back from one of the most respected industry associations, National Retail Association. It included us among the finalists in the sustainability champion category. We felt blessed, so finally someone was recognizing our efforts. We are making every effort to carry forth, to extend that power of sustainability in whatever manner we can. So thank you, National Retail Awards, thank you, National Retail Association. And if you wish to be part of the event, it's on 27th of August at Broad Beach, Gold Coast, at the Star. So if you want to be part of the event, you can buy tickets. They are still available. So buy a couple of tickets and be there, just in case. You never know. If we win, we would like you to be there. Even if we don't, so either way, we would love you to be there. We are in good company. So if we win, or one of the co-finalists, they are the final winners, we would like you to be part of this event and join us in this journey. It's this milestone in our career, in Deidaa's career, and we would love you to be there. So hop on to NRA, National Retail Association website, buy your tickets, and we'll see you there at Broad Beach, Gold Coast. Now, another thing that people keep asking me, so e-commerce is becoming increasingly popular, and this is something I foresaw this many years ago, and I have been an e-commerce business, e-tailer, since a fairly long time, since about many years now, when e-commerce wasn't such a buzzword. So people keep asking me, Samita, how do you just manage everything yourself, your website, your back end, your front end, your socials? Do you do it yourself? Do you reach out to overseas vendors? Do you just delegate it to an agency, a local Australia-based agency? It's not been easy, my friend. It's not been easy. It's been a very long journey, and all of this, whatever I mentioned right now, going to overseas vendors, trying out a premium state of the art Australia Melbourne based agency turned out to be an absolute nightmare. But anyway, let's not talk about negatives. Let's talk about positives. So, yes, I have been through all of that. I have had many things happen to me. My website was completely, one of my brand new websites was completely hacked by God knows who. I couldn't get into the back end of my website. It was like trying to hitting your head against a brick wall. Nothing I tried worked, and I was completely shut out. I completely lost that website, and I had to build everything from the scratch. What a nightmare! So I have been through all of that. At one point, I have even tried different platforms, very strong, very upmarket, complex platforms. Did it work? No, didn't work. Okay. So at one point, it was so bad, I used to have nightmares in the middle of the night. I'd wake up in the middle of the night thinking that my website had crashed. So what was happening? I was having to devote all my energy. I was having to focus on my website. I mean, that's not technically, it was not my job. I was paying people to do the right things for me, but it wasn't working. And I had to pay so much attention to all of that, to the nitty gritty of running the website and the web-based business, that I had no time left for my core business. So that's when I reached out to Kylie of Hello Media. Hello, Kylie. So you would say, Samita, how did you get to know Kylie? Now, Kylie and I have known each other since our previous births, literally. So that was when I used to do lots of trade shows, trying to sell my products, get wholesale accounts, and all my manufacturing clients, etc. And Kylie used to run a very successful kids toy and kids organic toy and gifts business. So it was a pleasure to work with Kylie, and of course, it was running very well. Kylie has the Midas touch, so whatever she touches turns into gold. So Kylie has since opened Hello Media. It's a digital agency, digital marketing agency, and Kylie offered to do a website audit for me, and she did it just like that, just complimentary. She said, "Okay, Samita, I do this for you." And then I had that conversation with Kylie. She suggested a few fundamental changes. I did a couple of courses with Kylie and joined all her platforms. I'm still very active in all her groups and socials, etc. So, and I wouldn't say it was just that, I self-learn, I continue to do so. So, anything from workshops to seminars to videos, tutorials, you name it, and I do it with a vengeance. This is like an ongoing process, but I am now I control my own destiny, aka the website. So I now have full control over my website. I do not rely on overseas vendors or local vendors. I don't need all of those flash agencies, to help me out with my website. So if you are an entrepreneur or a entrepreneur, if you're trying to um, start a business, if you are a startup or if you're thinking about starting one, I would recommend that you hop onto Hello Media website and book that complimentary call with Kylie, and she'll put you on the right track. At least this much I can say. Uh, you can make your own choices. I'm not asking you to do anything, but at least make that call, because it's, as I mentioned, it's free, it's complimentary. And may I just clarify here that I'm not getting paid for this. So in fact, I don't get paid for any product or service I talk about on this platform, on my Facebook Live. Anything I endorse, I just share with you If I like something, I just share that information with you because I want you not to have the same, experiences that I had, reaching where I am today. I want you to not lose your money, not burn your fingers. So I would suggest that yes, I have had and I continue to have a very pleasant experience with Hello Media, Kylie and her team. So yes, try out Hello Media for yourself. So you see, I have given you my 2 cents worth. So I have let the cat out of the bag. So that's the story of that's the person behind my success and the story of my success. Of course, it's a lot of hard work. What are we doing next? What are we doing on Learn with Samita? Honestly, let's see how much we can do. As you know, Melbourne is in the fifth lockdown, so we are in lockdown till about Tuesday, and maybe I don't know. But we'll try to bring you fresh content as much as we can. Thanks to technology, we'll make use of technology and try to work around all of these things because I understand that it's for the good of the wider community. So we'll do our best. And after the sales and everything, we do have a range of new products coming up for you. We are working on that, and hopefully we'll have plenty to look forward to. Again, stumbling blocks notwithstanding, everything's getting delayed. There are no containers. All of us know the story. It's just everywhere. But hey, I'm a veteran of many a battle. I've been in this since a very long time, and I know how to work around. As I said, I know how to mend my nets and work around these kind of situations. So people, uh, it gives me immense pleasure to share my these feathers in Deidaa's cap. We are kind of acquiring one after another, and we wouldn't have been possible without you, Deidaa. So till next time, and thanks a lot to National Retail Association. Look forward to seeing you all at Gold Coast. So this is Savita signing off. Bye for now. Have a wonderful Sunday evening. Have a blast.